Yo, it's the KRUZE review. You rocking with the fresh. I'm 4 Hour Fly.
And TP.
Yeah, this is the 2020 edition wrap up for the year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of things popped off this year. You know what I'm saying? And we just gonna do it all together in one. And, you know, we're gonna give you, different topics. We're gonna give you, our album of the year picks. We're gonna give you our songs of the year picks, our artists of the year picks, all of that, all the nonsense. We're gonna put it all together, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna take too much time, but we're just gonna, wrap it up, wrap the year up, so to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro. So what you want to start off
first
with?
things first, man.
Yeah.
Something that we meaning to be touched on. The Grammy nominations of the albums. There was a lot of talk about the particular albums that was nominated. It was a lot of complaints.
Yeah.
So I want us to touch up on that.
Yeah, cause
jump it off.
Yeah, cause y'all thought 4 Hour Fly was bugging.
First, let's go over the actual picks.
Absolutely.
So one was, of course, Freddie Gibbs' Alfredo.
Y'all thought 4 Hour Fly was bugging.
Then you had Royce the 5'9", the Allegory.
Allegory, yeah.
You had D Smoke. I don't know the name of his album.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one nomination. Nas,
King's Disease. Yeah.
And am I missing somebody? Oh, Jay Electronica, Written Testimony.
No comment.
Well, they already know if they check that review out. Yeah, they already know how we felt about that one.
Absolutely.
So I think that was the 5 that was nominated.
Yeah,
I believe.
Absolutely.
So what you got to say about it?
Hey man, most of those picks came from the KRUZE review. That's how I know y'all been watching. You know what I'm saying? It's people in secret, because a lot of those picks came from us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those,
Yeah, we did those reviews.
Absolutely. On a lot of those, maybe not D Smoke so much, but the others definitely, and those are highly, favorites out of all of them. What would you say what would be your top 3 out of those, bro?
Probably out of those, it'll be of course Freddie Gibbs, of course Nas, and like I said, I haven't heard D Smoke, so I have to go with Royce's. I mean, I haven't heard D Smoke's album, so I can only go with what I know. Yeah. But of course it's gonna be, what the hell?
Yeah.
Of course it's gonna be Nas and Freddie Gibbs. What the fuck is she doing? Move.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Stupid. What'd you do? Looking at us while people are dumb, man.
You got the green light for like 5 seconds. Go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it was a complaint from a lot of people about those album picks. Yeah. And my thing about it is, see, the problem with hip hop is y'all think, and going back to the to this particular interview that I just seen recently of shout out to K Slade and Lord Jamar. If y'all ain't seen that interview, y'all need to check that out. That was a good interview. But the problem, because they touched on the same thing, the problem is y'all think that what's popular is what's the best.
Absolutely.
And that's not what it is. Just because, like you said, you might see a video on YouTube that has maybe 1 million views on it, but then again, 1 million people don't like it.
Absolutely.
They just watched it because of the numbers, and majority of people think it was weak.
Yeah.
So it's the thing where people didn't feel like those albums should have been picked based on, I guess, the popular opinion, which is trash to me. That ain't got nothing to do with the quality of content and the quality of music. You can have a album that everybody, thinks is hot and, this and that, but is it really the best?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that it's not gonna have a choice to be flipped here in 21, 22. A lot of garbage is going to start getting put in the compactor in this upcoming year and the year after.
Mm-hmm.
You really, it's gonna be a changing in the guard, and no, people's not gonna have a choice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of this garbage is gonna be thrown out straight up, and it's going back to the roots of what the culture is supposed to be about in the first place. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all out there, you can't just put it on the young ones. You got to put it on the old ones too, because a lot of older ones forgot about the 5 displays of hip hop and what makes up hip hop, and that's the elements. The elements. You know what I'm saying? Of why things are the way they are, because people forgot. If you plant a tree, eventually, it's gonna take some time for the roots, to grow in the ground. But once those roots grow, it's gonna go back to its original order and how it's supposed to grow. And it's the same thing with hip hop. It's gonna take some time. You can go out there and get your 9-cent soil, but eventually, it's gonna contain those, natural enrichments, and it's gonna grow on its own. You know what I'm saying? And so, a lot of this popularity stuff is going out the window, because none of that stuff matters. None of that stuff matters on, how much money you got, or how much you sold, or where you from, or what you look like, and what's his girl look like. He ain't got the baddest one on his arm. Who cares?
Right.
None of that stuff matters. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these album picks, a few of them, Freddie Gibbs and Nas, they, got a couple videos, but Royce didn't make a lot of videos with the allegory. A lot of, album of the years don't need popular videos. You know what I'm saying? The numbers don't have to be popular. As long as the music's there, real heads know. And I would exactly put it in that order. I still do believe Alfredo is the best album of the year. I would put Nas second, and I would put Royce, third in there with those picks. Now, I will say for my pick, I would put, Extinction Level Event 2.
Yeah.
I would put that over the allegory, and, probably head for head with A King's Disease is number 2. I believe, those was, kind of head for head. But I still would put, in my opinion, I still would put Alfredo as the best album made in 2020. What would you say, bro?
Yeah, definitely, because what it was, Busta Rhymes came out, I guess, after, they done the, the actual picks. But, yeah, Busta Rhymes album definitely should have been in there.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough, man. Yeah, I like the Freddie Gibbs album, but the Nas album was a real dope comeback. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Along with Busta Rhymes coming back, but I think from track to track, probably Gangsta Gibbs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That's why you would put him as the number one. But
Yeah.
all those picks was great picks. And there's artists that people are gravitating towards, like, Little Baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's one guy. The popular opinion of the Baby.
Yeah.
Who else? Maybe, I don't know, maybe 21 Savage came out with an album. So I don't know, I'm just speaking of Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
There'll be another one that's, I guess, popular opinion.
The popular artists.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
but if you look at their albums, you got to ask yourself, so far as top to bottom in lyricism, production, and everything all over, everything that makes a good artist and makes a good album. If you comparing those to some of the albums that we picked, there's really no comparison.
Not at all.
Especially so far as the lyricism goes.
Yeah.
And I think that's the first key right there. That's the first key is the lyricism.
Yeah. Lyricism and rap are not the same thing. That's where the confusion is coming in. A lot of people think that rap goes with the radio and what's being played 20 times on the radio. A lot of these songs are programmed in a lot of people's heads because they get that kind of play production,
all day, every day.
Yeah.
You get up in the morning, turn on the radio, that's all you hear. I remember
that's all you hear.
I was doing my little driving and this and that, and I couldn't really play my Spotify and do my navigation. I listen to the radio, hear the same song.
Yep.
For a minute, it was just driving you nuts.
Yep.
And then for a minute, you'll start liking.
Yeah, because
that's all you hear. You're like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, that play production is programmed in your minds, programmed in your memory, so you don't have no choice to like it. And see, play production and programming has the same effects and the same defects. If you program to hear something so much, then you're gonna build a like for it in some kind of way.
Yeah.
But if you program not to hear something, if you don't hear something like a Freddie Gibbs, you're gonna be like, who is that? Who's Freddie Gibbs? Like, that's why people have that reaction, like, what? And a lot of this stuff is being programmed in your minds. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do your own research and start to find out things, it's kind of like Dr. Sebi. You know what I'm saying? People are so programmed they get a headache to go to CVS and go get some Tylenol and expect the headache to go away, to get something over the counter, but you can get natural products to help with those things too, and people don't want to do the work to go get natural displays. So it has the same thing with play production and play programming. That's the same feature within that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do your research, of course you're gonna be like, Freddie Gibbs, like, what? How money here? King's disease, what? How? He ain't had no songs on, he ain't hear nothing on the radio.
Right, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Because you gotta hear it, you gotta hear it on the radio in order for them to, think it's gonna be hot.
No, that's not how it works. It's not how it works, and it's going back. The radio ain't gonna have a choice, because like I said at the beginning of this video, there's a changing of the guard coming. You know what I'm saying? Even with the DJs, they're not gonna have a choice but to play certain artists, And
then let's highlight this too, because people always talk about, I guess, the actual sound of the artist, and there's a certain kind of trendy sound that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, for example, me and bro just did 2 new artists, right? That's kind of in that same realm of that that new sound, but it's not watered down.
No.
The music sounds, you know, dope.
Absolutely.
You know, the music sounds incredible. So if you compare that to some of your popular sounding music, we can put them two artists against some of your popular music that's out there, and their music is gonna come out on top because because it has that popular sound that everybody likes, but it's not watered down and, you know, washed away. Absolutely.
Yeah. So as far as the Grammy picks, those would be our picks when it comes to that. You know, along with that, with the picks, as far as like song of the year, in my opinion. Now, I don't listen to a lot of commercialized radio. I know bro doesn't either. You know, I'll give a little leeway for the popular ear, for you people going with the popular vote of an artist. Now, this is a difference between rap and lyricism. So this is one of y'all's popular rappers, but he's giving y'all some lyricism in what I would say. So I'm gonna just play it. I'm not even gonna say who the artist is. Y'all are hearing when y'all hear him. And then bro, he can give, you know, because this is, I believe, bro's first time hearing it too. So, you know, we gonna show y'all the difference.
Let me get them, yeah. They gon' hate on the young anyway. They only call me when they haven't bills to pay. Ain't nobody ask me how I feel today. I think about it and get in my feelings, eh? Wanna use me, they think I'm stupid. They put out as very confusing. Feel like the media trying to abuse me. Y'all wanna crucify me, huh? Oh yeah, shit, God-fearing woman, but back that tough juvenile in 99. Now I'm trying to find peace after finding God. Ain't been having good sex since my father died. Though I feel as I'm focused, I thought you know this. One of his prophets, I'm up the poet. You ain't got the mind to picture what my flow is. I'm straight from the bottom, where the flow is. Went straight through the roof, like a forgot where the dough is. Trying to make some shoes with Yeezy and $1 billion baby clothing. They think cause we black, we supposed to hide our feelings in it's over. Not that. She let me at the church on a Tuesday. Don't got a ring, but she gave me the. Don't know how to make secular music. I hope they like it, I hope you still use it. I ain't with them, some Gucci. They crumble the controversy, I be cool. Your chest beat, let me feel your heart. They might say I didn't, but I did my part. I never gave a that niggas feel, and they damn sure ain't the day I'm finna start. You ain't said the beat that I could pick apart. Right now in the zone, we at the minute mark. I walk down for a minute long, put the top down, on strap with that glizzy. Ain't even mean to go get in my feelings. This is a powerful song, I can finish it. Don't got no draws, but she know all the scripts. Even teach me the word, I never forget. Forgive me and her, it's the time for repenting. They clap like a man from the back when I hit it. I'm black, I'm so black, you can feel it. 3 million cash on my taxes on Wednesday. The government, I'm paying them millions too, they don't care about no boom, white people kill them. Boy, we won, never no joke. Nah. Say I got the same flow. Ha. Like they say in New York. Everybody judging me. Y'all not God.
Yeah. I kind of figured you was gonna play some of the baby.
Yeah. Now, hold on. I don't know if that was the. I think there's a remix to it. Hold on, let me see. This is it. Yeah, it is a remix. Y'all get what I'm saying. I know there was a different version from the one I heard, but you know, either way, the baby did his thing on there. You can tell the difference between, you know, the songs that he makes and when he's on other people's songs. Just like last year, we did the J. Cole song with the baby on there, you know, and there's a different point of display in lyricism and rap. So that right there, his verse, the way that he did that, I think has a good shot for song of the year. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't the version that I wanted to play, but I'm sure everybody heard the version I'm talking about. I don't really listen to commercialized songs, so I don't know, but I did hear that, you know, in driving. I was like, okay, yeah, this is something I haven't heard. So that's the difference that we're talking about. And if you take time to really, you know, listen to an artist, somebody that you don't really know about, something in there might change, you know, your opinion. But
Right.
there's other songs that
What is the nominations of Song of the Year?
I'm not sure.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't even know if there is any, but you know, I know that we got ours, and you know, the ones that we played, I know, you know, we did a T.I. album review. I know there's the song with him and the Baby. I know one of the Baby songs, I can't remember what song it is, but I know it has a lot of stuff talking about police brutality. I know that's one of the songs of the year from one of the popular picks or whatever. And you know, that's a good pick as well. Shout out to Lil Baby, not the Baby, but Little Baby. You know, but yeah, you know, we got our own picks when it comes to the song of the year. You know, there's some from, I know there's one that we picked, the Conways off of Conway's album.
Yeah.
Benny the Butcher.
Well, what about, not to switch the subject, but what about the best collaborations? Since we on the song of the year, what about the best collaborations of the year?
You know what? I think one of the best collaborations we pointed out was definitely off the Conway album. It was Conway, Flea Lord, and Havoc.
Oh,
yeah.
You talking about that?
Yeah, it was
well,
it was what's the name?
I would Lloyd Banks.
Lloyd Banks. Yep.
But I would say even before that, I think the collab he did with Days Loaf was a ill collaboration.
With Conway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Days Loaf in him was a you know, one that kind of surprised, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Conway got he's at the top.
Yeah.
You know, this new team, he got drum work coming. Woo-hoo! I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but he got some mean artists coming.
Okay.
You know, so
yeah.
But yeah, Conway got a lot of picks. I know him, Days Loaf, and Benny got a cut two together. I think it is Days Loaf's song featuring Benny and Conway. That's a good one too.
Okay.
You know, but yeah, there's a few of them. I know we like that Scotty Beeman too with Freddie Gibbs and Rick Ross.
Yeah, Scotty Beam. Yeah, that was a good one.
You know,
I like the one with Conway and Freddie.
Yeah, with Freddie Gibbs. I was gonna say. Yeah. Yep. Freddie Gibbs and Benny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was a good one.
Yeah,
you know, Nas, Fabio, and ASAP Ferg.
Yep, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
The one he did with Don Toliver and Big Sean.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good. But I'm gonna even go to a popular one. Now this is one like grew on me, but you know it's kind of like my nice little turn up record. The Lil Baby and 42 Doug.
Oh yeah.
That was a good, because when I heard the background story of it, they said it was more or less a freestyle.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said they just kind of like freestyled that, you know, that record, because how he came in.
And
you know what I'm saying? I like how he came in on that record.
I'm rocking with the Lions and I'm rocking with the Braves.
Yeah.
That's a good pick, but I think heavily from a KRUZE review pick will have to be, you know what I'm saying, the Firm pick off the King Disease album.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cormega, Nas, AZ, and Foxy Brown.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
That, and then you know Nas and Charlie Wilson too. You know what I'm saying? That was one of our biggest plays of the year too. So you know what I'm saying? There's a few of them. Yeah, absolutely. So Yeah, what's the next topic we got, bro?
Let's talk about this Casanova 2 times being indicted, man. Let's talk about that. That seemed to be the biggest talk right now.
Yeah.
What's going on? That seems to be the biggest thing talked about.
Yeah. I don't know where to start with that, man. You know, New York City got, you know, it's a melting pot of a lot of things, but one thing feature that a lot of people don't really talk when it comes to New York City. I get to talk about it because I'm a New Yorker. I'm still a New Yorker, so I can talk good and bad about my city. So here's the bad part about New York. New York does have a lot of corniness to it, and that's one of the corniest features. This Brooklyn drill.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nah.
Now I'm just saying this whole game type of
that activity
type of situation. Yeah,
that it's corny. It ain't nothing to put with it. You know, it's corny altogether. Whether it has involvement or no involvement, it's corny because it all comes up to one thing. It goes with the Tekashi 6ix9ine, you know, nonsense or whatever, media nonsense. It's all corny, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it all leads back to you know, at the top of the year was, you know, between Casanova and Pop Smoke going at it, and then, you know, look what happened to Pop Smoke. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. You know what I'm saying? So all of it has a lot of corniness involved with it. Point blank. It ain't no good that comes with it.
Yeah, then being, you know, you're an artist and still being affiliated and kind of doing it publicly, it doesn't end well.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you still got affiliates that's still being involved in the street.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we see the same thing happening over and over again.
Yeah.
To piggyback on the Casanova thing, you know, I'm gonna kind of put everything together. The King Von Mo 3,
yeah,
rappers getting shot, rappers getting killed thing.
Yeah.
I mean that goes along with it.
Yeah, it has a lot of corniness with involved with it. You know, one thing that I would say, and I will piggyback off of, is something that was said in the verses, and one of the dopest verses of the year was E40 and Too Short. I don't know if a lot of people seen that. I don't know if you got a chance to check it, bro. But Short made something very clear within what he said. You know, everything was done, you know, on record. And every year, one of my favorite things at the end of the year around Christmas Eve to do, probably the only time that I do tune in to the radio, Hot 97, because Funk Flex has Chuck Chill Out, and he has DJ Red Alert, and he plays a lot of, you know, older stuff, disco and how hip-hop first started. He's been doing it for years. And Red Alert always talks about, because Funk Flex been doing it for years, he always talks about Queensbridge and the Bronx had a little war between MC Shan and KRS-One. And DJ Red Alert made a good point this year when he talked about, he said, you know, they had their little back and forth, but everything was done on record. You know what I'm saying? And he said they even made a Sprite commercial off of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then we seen the verses with Jeezy and Gucci Mane, and we all know the story behind that. So it all comes back to music. You know what I'm saying? And when somebody's killed and all of that over music, man, it's corny because you got families involved, you got children involved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I seen something the other day for Christmas. Somebody got King Von's son a toy Glock. That's corny, man.
Yeah.
That was super corny, man. Because there's only one thing that he's gonna remember about his father, and you know, when you put all of that into a pot, it's corny, man. I don't care what the bickering was about. I don't care who was right and wrong, man. That, you know, once it gets to that point, it becomes super corny.
I'm a speak on that King Von situation, you know, because that situation, it was a scrap. It was a scrap that happened.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, my thing is, a scrap to me is not a life-threatening situation, especially when you got two dudes that's probably way under 160 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, them dudes don't look like no big dudes at all. And it was a scrap. So, you know, people, if it's a fight, let a fight be a fight.
That's it.
All, you know, gonna scrap, let a scrap be a scrap. You know, the gunplay don't need to come into play at all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Maxo Cream.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Maxo Cream, because earlier this year he had an issue with another artist called Rizzo.
Okay.
So what they did, they met up, and there's an actual video of it where they scrapped it out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the end of it. It wasn't no gunplay. It wasn't no BS. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's gonna be a scrap, let a scrap be a scrap.
Absolutely.
I mean, it didn't turn. I mean, y'all seen the tape. I mean, you know, the footage is out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it didn't turn worse until homeboy pulled a gun, and he wasn't even involved in it. He was involved with it, but he was away from the situation when it's just crazy, man. So, yeah. I mean, that's my advice to the youngest, man. If it gets to that point where it needs to be a physical thing that needs to take place,
scrap it out.
Yeah, scrap it out, and that's it.
Put on some boxing gloves and scrap it out. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Yeah, man. But this, you know, this nonsense is shootings and
gang affiliation.
Yeah, gang affiliation.
Corny, man.
Benny getting hit in Houston, and
Boosie getting shot.
Boosie getting hit in Houston, man. It's getting ridiculous out here.
Mo 3, you know.
Yeah, man.
All of that, man, and it's all coming back together. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of corniness involved with it, man. You know, so that's what I would say about that. Next topic.
The next topic is the game scamming artists. If you're earlier this morning, I sent you a video. On there. I don't know if you peeped it.
Yeah, I peeped, but that wasn't the first.
Nah, that wasn't the first, but that was, you know, one of the ones where he actually was showing his DM.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know about it. Then game that came out, I guess recently, and kind of, what the fuck is you doing? Oh man.
Yeah. Stupid people.
Man.
Drivers, man. It's getting stupid.
Man, the next nigga to hit my car, I might fuck that nigga up, man. I mean, yeah, but
hey man, the best thing I can make of it is people ain't who they say they are, and people ain't who you think they are. People ain't got it like what you think they got.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, exactly. Then this is what people not thinking about. People not thinking about that situation that happened, what, was it the end of last year or early this year? I think it might have been toward the end of last year of that case.
Oh,
that he ended up losing against that girl.
Yeah, where she owns all his rights.
Yeah.
albums and everything.
Yeah, so that might have a large part into play of what's happening, what's going on. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of both, because he came out and said that he was coming out with trying to help artists get more exposure. It was just basically to get them a slot on, just say, they get a shout out on his page. So it's not for promotional, okay, you get your shout out, but it's not a continued promotion of your music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So people can understand the business part of it too, is that it might be the scamming thing too, but it can be on the other part where they're not understanding the terms of the agreement.
Yeah.
Basically. You know what I'm saying? So
people might say we scamming with our unsigned, It might be a couple of artists that, don't want to pay $14. You know what I'm saying? Or, might be some artists, that want us to take our reviews down after they don't get, what they want to hear. They don't get the reviews that they expect, and they might say them KRUZE review niggas be scamming.
Yeah, exactly.
I send my music in and they don't take it down now. Nah, yeah, that ain't what it's about. So, but the best thing that I would say is, people tell on themselves, man, and you can see why certain things happen. And the best example is 50. 50 is 50 is the best example, because sometimes you help people and people don't want the help. You know what I'm saying? Look at the Young Buck situation.
Ah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So with the G Unit situation, and if y'all need to do the more research, go read Prodigy's book and what Prodigy said about the situation when they had the meeting. And what 50 told everybody in G Unit, and he used Prodigy as an example of, not needing 50 to do work, to do projects or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
I remember that.
Piggybacking off, you know what I'm saying, of 50. But I mean, look at 50. 50 ain't dropped the album in how many years, but you know what I'm saying? He's still profitable. He's still doing network TV. Got one of the best TV shows. About to do another one. I mean, look at all the
doing other things.
Yeah, so I mean, that comes along with it, so people ain't think they are, and people, they might say they something, whether it's something in business or not, hey man, people ain't got it like you think they got it. You might think these people are millionaires and they might be worse off than you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these rappers ain't got no health insurance, believe it or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no life insurance either. So, don't put too much hope and faith in these people, because they ain't even got it within themselves. So that's what I would say about it. On the real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what we got next, bro?
Well, speaking of, I know we're talking about the best album, the best collaboration. What about the best verses of the year? Talking about the actual, the song thing, the versus battle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You mean as far as the artists that been on there on the verses?
Well, I'm just talking about what battles have been the best on the verses that you think.
Man, I think bar none, you got the most exposure was Jeezy and Gucci.
Okay.
For sure. Because it had a lot to go along with it, and it was very profitable in a lot of ways. I think Gucci came with the comical, and he said a lot of things, but the maturity level of Jeezy really displayed the high level efficiency of a black man, because he had to have a lot of patience, because, hey man, it couldn't have been me. couldn't have been me. You know, it's only so much I'ma take and I'ma give. You know, he's a better man than me. I say that, with, you know, his homeboy being killed and some of the things being mentioned. Hey man, you know, bar none. But, you know, I think that was, you know, as far as the, you know, tension, you know, you could cut the tension in the room with the knife as far as the battle. I think that might have been the best one, but, you know, the most funnest one I would have to say is in between Fab and Jada, and E40 and Too Short was probably the most fun and most comical, man. You know, shout out Too Short, shout out E40, because E40, man, they had a lot of fun, you know what I'm saying? And I think that was good for the West Coast.
Yeah.
And Fab and Jada, I think that was good, you know what I'm saying, for the East Coast. You know, what would you say?
I ain't got nothing to say, cause tell you the truth, I ain't seen none of the battles.
Oh, you ain't seen none of it?
I still ain't sit down and watch any of them, man.
Well, I mean, most of them really wasn't, you know, battle worthy, you know, from our sake or whatever. But I think probably the closest one as far as a battle would had to be Gucci and Jeezy. Right. You know what I'm saying? The other ones was just, you know, pure fun and just, you know, acting a fool, you know, having fun on there. But I will say in 21, me and bro, we want to see that Kane versus Rakim. Y'all need to make that happen. y'all need to make that happen for the culture. And y'all need to make that KRS-One Cool J happen too. Y'all need to make that happen, because he ain't gonna step up to the plate. So there gotta be somebody else from Queens to do it. You know what I mean? Who else than Cool J? You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That'll be the only one that's kind of I mean, to me, that kind of matches with KRS-One.
Yeah.
Somebody that's being old school but still doing it to this day. I still can do it to this day.
Yeah.
Put it that way. So,
you know, what artists would you think, you know, we need to watch out for 21?
Talking about artists to watch out for?
Yeah. That we ain't, you know, made mention of. You know, who's your top 3 artists to pay attention to from our Battle of the Bangers, you know, from, you know, records that we have premiered on here? Who's your top 3 artists to watch out for 21? You know, you don't have to be necessarily unsigned. They could be signed, or, you know.
Damn, that's a real tough question.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think, well, I'm gonna say this. Well, this artist was supposed to, you know, he was supposed to drop, but he didn't. One would be Rick Ross.
Yeah.
He was supposed to drop that album, I guess, this year, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He didn't drop.
Yeah, we did a Rick Ross album.
Yeah, we did one that was I think it was 219, because it was warm outside. It was the one, he had a song with Nipsey on it.
Yeah,
Nipsey and Tiana Taylor.
Yeah.
I believe that was late
219. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah.
But he was supposed to drop an album, I believe, this year, but he didn't.
Yeah.
So I would say him. I don't know. I'm trying to think of somebody that's out there that hasn't put out anything. Everybody else been pretty much putting out there. Fleet Lord been putting an album out every week.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to that album he just dropped too.
Yeah. That comes to mind. other than
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross.
Yeah.
I would say that I think would be something that'll be dope, especially with especially the climate of like Nas and the Busta Rhymes. I think it would be dope if Outkast finally came out with something. We haven't heard from Outkast in a very long time.
No, we haven't. That'll be super dope. I was on my way to the chiropractor on Thursday, man, and a beat came on that I recognized as soon as it came on, but I couldn't place the lyrics in my head. But as soon as, you know, the beat, the DJ blended it in, I knew exactly what it was, and it's still one of my favorite songs all time ever made. That especially one of my favorite soundtrack songs that was on the soundtrack, and that's
I know you better say
Benz and Beamer.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of my favorite too.
Hey man,
yeah,
I don't care if you from the East Coast or West Coast, niggas wasn't spitting like them niggas was spitting on that song. Both of them niggas.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, Cause that song created one of the top MCs ever that ever came out to this day. I don't care what nobody say. If you don't believe that the way Big Boy, cause Big Boy don't get his props the way that he's supposed to get. Shout out to Big Boy. I met Big Boy in the mall in Atlanta when I was like 14, and I rhymed for Big Boy. My mom ran up to him and made me rap for him. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never forget that. You know, that was one of my highlights of my life, rapping for Big Boy. He told me to keep working on it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But Big Boy on Benz and Beamer, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell me he didn't influence one of the MCs that I'm mostly looking for more than anybody in 21, and that's Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, Kendrick ain't dropped. Yep. Speaking of that, that's the person that haven't dropped. Right back with that. Jake. Well, damn. J. Cole.
J. Cole. Yeah. Ab-Soul.
I'm looking for something from my man Schoolboy Q.
Yeah. Groovy Q.
That's probably my favorite out of TDE right there.
Yeah.
Schoolboy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know, then, you know, something else come to mind too about artists. Now, I'm not thinking of nobody out of the new era, but somebody throwback, like, we need that Muddy Waters too.
Woo-hoo!
We need that Muddy Waters too, man.
Yeah.
That Muddy Waters too. We need that Do or Die too. AZ. Yeah,
I believe that's coming. We need that Firm album too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mega.
Yeah, we need that. We need that secret Dr. Dre project he working on with Nas.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. We need all of that straight up.
Yeah.
We need that Cuban Links 3 too.
Yeah. The Cuban Links, yeah.
But
I mean, Ray and Ghost, they always kind of put out music, man. So
yeah.
I'm not as thirst for a Cuban Links 3 as I am
a Wu-Tang. That's coming too.
Yeah, Muddy Waters. Yeah.
We need that Dirty P, that Havoc and Method Man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Okay.
We need that. We need some new Mobb Deep in 21. Y'all need Havoc. You just need to go ahead and drop it. Cause I know you sitting on something with some Prodigy.
Oh, you think he got some? You think he got some Prodigy?
Yeah. He said he do.
Oh, okay.
I just think he's waiting for the right time. But you know what I'm saying? That'll be, man. If something dropped from Mobb Deep top of the year, man, I think that'll set it. Straight
Wow.
up. Yeah. I think that'll set it. But, you know, yeah. You know, it's been a lot of BS that's happened, and, you know, we want to give our condolences again to Fred the Godson.
Yeah, Fred the Godson, Pop Smoke,
King
King Von, Mo 3.
Mo 3, yep.
Who else I'm missing? I know I'm missing somebody, man, but shout out to everybody that passed away,
Yeah.
you know, tragically this year
Yeah.
in the game.
Everybody, you know, we want to give our respects due, you know, but 21's gonna be, it's gonna be a dope year for music. It's gonna be a dope year for A&Rs. You know what I'm saying? Especially for the best A&Rs rolling and smoking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of newness coming in. One new thing that we got coming up in 21, we gonna start jumping on. We gonna jump on this, you know what I'm saying, freestyle in the back seat.
Yeah.
We gonna start putting a lot of people to the test. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, something else, we you know, we gonna start bringing, you know, third parties in too, giving, you know, their point of views. We gonna put certain people we know, people, you know, we cool with and we grew up with, we gonna put them to the A&R test too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all might see
A&R features.
Yeah, y'all might see A&R features. Y'all might see 4-Eye Fly sitting in the back, somebody sitting in my seat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might see different people, you know, might even drive or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we gonna switch it up a little bit, you know, and give certain people different shots, you know what I'm saying? Cause you know, I made a couple promises this year that I didn't get to, and I know a lot of people thought I forgot, but I didn't. You know, we just had to get to a lot of other stuff beforehand, but you know what I'm saying?
COVID, we weren't expecting COVID to happen either. So
Yeah.
that kind of.
Yeah, COVID really stopped a lot of stuff, man, and you know, it was really nasty, and you know, want to tell everybody to protect themselves, protect your family members, you know what I'm saying? Keep the ones you care about close to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because along with COVID, there's been a lot of BS that's happened, you know what I'm saying, within friendships, within families and stuff like that, man. And, you know, if you can put a lot of BS to the side, man, and, you know, focus more on forgiveness, ain't nothing wrong with forgiveness, man. Even if, you know, made a mistake, you know what I'm saying, and telling somebody, you know, my bad, I made a mistake, and, you know, it ain't nothing wrong with manning up, you know. So we want to put that out there too. So peace and love to everybody. You know, 2020's been a tough year for everybody, financially, spiritually, just livingly, you know what I'm saying? But we want to bring a lot of strength coming with 21. So from the KRUZE Review to y'all, peace and love, forgiveness, and let's start the new year off right. You know what I'm saying? On the real. So, nevertheless, you rocking with the fresh. It's the KRUZE Review. I'm 4-Eye Fly.
And TB.
Yeah, we out of here, yo.
Yeah.
Have a good one.